Caitlin Clark being shunned out of the game, iced out of the game, ignored, teammates refusing to pass her the ball. We got Angel Reese taking it coast to coast, Caitlin Clark right next to her, refusing to give her the ball, going, pushing, giving it to Diarca Hamby, and the ball it's a turnover.
The United States crushed Puerto Rico 91-48. The team's chemistry was undeniable. The players were in sync, completely locked in. Two of the biggest names in women's basketball stood side by side, ready to take on the world together. Then it happened. A moment that froze everyone in their tracks. No one in the arena and no one watching from home could write it off as an accident or a simple oversight. Clark moved along the line, shaking hands and dapping teammates, doing what players do when the team energy is electric. And then she reached Angel Reese and just kept walking.
Great D by Puerto Rico.
40 players, check in 14.
No handshake, no dap, no acknowledgement, just emptiness. A hand left hanging, with nowhere to go. Sure, you could call it a coincidence. Maybe Clark was distracted. Maybe she missed it. Maybe it wasn't intentional. But this is Caitlin Clark, one of the most composed, media-savvy, and strategically calculated athletes in all of women's sports. She doesn't miss things. She doesn't act on or near a basketball court without complete awareness. And in that moment, what she did spoke louder than words. A message so quiet, so precise, and so utterly devastating that even Angel Reese's own fans felt it hit long before the cameras replayed it.
The game, that double-double was a sham, okay? It just was a sham. That was a joke. First of all, the fact that she kept missing layups, and then on top of that, she was trying to dribble up the ball like she was Kyrie Irving or freaking Magic Johnson. Like, dude, you're not Angel Johnson, you're Angel Reese, and bro, give the ball up to the point guard. She made a lot of goofy mistakes.
If you actually watched that game, the passes that went nowhere, the fast breaks that suddenly stalled, the moments when the ball landed in the wrong hands and the crowd's energy fizzled, you know the 43-point margin was deceiving. This wasn't just a basketball game. This was a stage. And one player was doing everything she could to make sure she was at the center of it, whether she had truly earned that spot or not. And that player was not Caitlin Clark. Yes.
We got the ball going up. We got a rebound. Angel Reese grabs the board. Damn, says Caitlin, get the out my way. uses her right forearm to shield Caitlin from the ball like Caitlin's a defender, only to push the ball up herself. Caitlin says, oh, you got that? Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. I thought I was the point guard here, but you got that? Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I didn't know. I thought we were on the same team, but you got that. You're right. You're the point forward. At least that's what your fans tell you. Oh, realizes we're not going anywhere.
Here's what really went down in that Puerto Rico game. The part that Clark's fans saw live and could hardly believe. There were multiple fast break opportunities. Wide open, end-to-end moments where Team USA had numbers, speed, and every advantage for easy buckets. And in every one of those moments, Caitlin Clark was ready. She was ahead of the play, exactly where a player of her caliber should be, making herself available, reading the floor, poised to receive and deliver. But Angel Reese had the ball. And Reese put it on the floor, not because the pass was blocked, not because the lane was closed, not because the play demanded it, but because the moment belonged to Clark, and Reese wasn't willing to give it up. Over and over, Reese grabbed a rebound, caught the outlet, felt the pace of the break, and then slowed it all down. Dribbled into traffic, looked the other way, turned what should have been a Clark highlight into a Reese possession. This wasn't basketball strategy. It was something else entirely. And every single person watching knew exactly what it was.
Here's the goofiness I'm talking about. Why are you not passing the ball to Caitlin? Pass the ball to Caitlin. Pass the ball to Caitlin. Like, what was that? Like, okay, she gets the rebound. Give it back to the point guard. Nah, I'm gonna run it myself. Like, what is that, man? Oh, Deb, you're overanalyzing. You're overanalyzing. Am I? Watch this. Once again, did it again. Give it to Kate. No. Let's just throw that ball away. this is what I'm saying. Back-to-back plays. Angel Reese thinks she's Caitlin Clark. She thinks she's all suddenly Magic Johnson.
Now, let's break down what the numbers actually revealed, because numbers, as always, don't lie. In a game where Team USA cruised to a 43-point win, Caitlin Clark finished with just 8 points and 2 assists. 8 points against Puerto Rico. In a blowout, just 24 hours earlier, against Senegal, Clark had racked up 17 points and 12 assists in only 19 minutes, a performance that had commentators scrambling for superlatives before halftime. 12 assists, the second highest ever in a single qualifying tournament game. Then came Puerto Rico, a weaker opponent, a slower defense, a game so wide open that players had all the space in the world to operate. And yet Clark still ended with only 8 points and 2 assists. This wasn't fatigue. It wasn't rust. It wasn't a tactical adjustment. The difference came down to one undeniable fact. When a teammate decides that the team's most dangerous weapon is also the one she most wants to outshine, the game changes. And the results? They spoke for themselves.
She got froze out, particularly by Angel Reese, and now there's been a video put together that literally shows it, and guess what? The media has noticed it too. When the media actually writes articles, you got yourself a problem. All right, real fast. That's the sporting news, people. The sporting news. Caitlin Clark fans aren't happy with Angel Reese. They are freezing her out. Outkick wrote an article and dropped it today. Angel Reese ignores Caitlin Clark multiple times in Team USA win, and the video proves it.
And if Angel Reese wants to talk about individual performance, if she truly wants the spotlight, the moment, the world to look at her and say, that's the player, then let the skills do the talking. That's always been the deal. You earn your shine on the court. You score the buckets. You make the plays. You let the highlights tell the story. Here's the problem. When the pressure hits, when the easy looks come, when you choose to dribble the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, the very least you can do is make something happen at the other end. If you're going to ignore Clark on a break and take the possession for yourself, you better deliver. Because when you don't, when you slow the fast break, dribble into traffic, and come up empty, the whole world is watching. And the whole world remembers.
Here we go. Ball going up. Angel Reese gets the board. There's her point guard right next to her. Folks, this is very reminiscent of like Caitlin Clark's rookie season. We were like, hey, give her the ball and go run and she'll give it back to you. It's what she does. I know everybody in the media calls her this, all she does is score and selfish and this, that, and third. No. She dominated college, not only with her scoring, but with her passing. She comes in her rookie year, dominates with her passing. And this is what happens when you just feed too much into the narratives. And here we go. And it ends up in the first row.
What makes all of this striking is that Clark and Reese aren't strangers. They've had a rivalry since the 2023 NCAA championship, a moment Reese turned into a spectacle. But stats, ratings, and sales tell the real story. Clark dominates the game, the audience, and the culture, while Reese's attempts to shine come off as selfish, slowing plays and trying to take the spotlight instead of earning it. Clark wasn't rattled. She didn't complain, argue, or react publicly. She simply played, letting her talent and presence speak for itself. Puerto Rico wasn't about winning or losing. It exposed the difference between performing and posing, and it made one thing clear. Clark is the standard, and Reese's rivalry only highlights that.